Yeah, so Knox is being knocked down a couple pegs on the hierarchy as far as in this environment. He's on the bottom. And being on the bottom means he doesn't have, he can't make his own choices right now, right? I'm making them for him, for the most part. And so, the interesting thing is when you can really see a dog like Knox, which is very common here, but they struggle with because he's stressed. He gets stressed if I tell him to go on the bed and stay on the bed, stressed. You know, that's why he's here, because he listen, just, it's not hot in here. It's stressed. Because what's happening here is this dog's used to doing this all day long, just doing what it wants until it's tired and then takes a nap and wakes up and does it again. And when you say, hey, stop moving, stop thinking, just stop. Then you say, you see that? So this is how messed up a dog like this is, and people think it's normal when you see a dog get happy if you don't live with it. If you live with it, you're like, yeah, the dog's crazy. You see a dog, he looks happy because he's panting, he's ready to go. And yeah, he might be happy, but he's also really stimulated. When you take a dog that never turns off, other than to sleep at night, and you say stay on that bed, you're gonna see all of the issues come out. You're gonna see all the stress. Regulating energy. You hear how much quieter and feel. You can't feel it through the video, but it just, now we're humming at a lower frequency in here. We're not all ready to go, ready to do stuff. So she'll give me some of that from behind me. This guy knows. This guy knows because he's been through it. These two are learning. Okay, so we got pro. She's getting there. She's almost a pro. And newbie. But she'll be a pro. So, regulating the energy. Being the pack leader means as long as I know how to do it to the dog, I can tell him, watch, you watching him? Shh. 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 And this is the job. Regulating that energy until he starts to self-regulate. I'm teaching him the mechanics. When I shush and you feel this pressure, relax. And you can see he's already starting to get it. Now I keep him held accountable to keep a relaxed mind while we're doing this. Right now I'm taking the whole pack out. They're out here for a reason. So I can control everybody's energy, not just his. And he'll see me correcting her, which is important. And they see me correcting him, which is important. And then everybody, shh. When I'm not talking to a video, listen. The only thing you hear, the only energy you feel vibrating in a nervous and anxious way is him, and he puts that in the room. Shh. And he puts it in the room. So even when he's laying there, if I'm sitting here on my phone or something doing computer work or whatever I'm doing, I'm going to feel, a super sensitive person like myself is going to feel his high level of anxiety just laying on the bed. That tells me I need to address it because that's not healthy. It's not healthy for him, and it's not healthy for me to be around him because that is contagious. Okay? There's a reason why it gets under your skin or it makes you anxious if you see a dog. If it's a quiet room and the dog's walking all back and forth, panting, and they got this energy, yeah, if you can't control it, it's a problem. This exercise is just energy, which is movement too. No movement. You can't just get up and leave. Everybody, relax. And she's right in his.
Sorry, Knox.
She's right in his. This is good. Okay, ready? Break. 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 Free. Good. Good. So just. Now he can pant, yeah, doesn't go back to his normal state. His normal state will soon be one of similar to Reagan, similar to how Izzy's carrying herself. Calm, alert, just existing very appropriately. Not too much stress, nothing. Okay, look at her. This dog you see nuts. You could never see her like that. But the pack that she lives in now this doesn't go good. Actually, in nature, that gets attacked. That gets corrected by the other pack members. Shh. That's why he can get himself in trouble. If he comes up on a dog with that level of energy and intensity, especially a dog who doesn't know him, is likely to get into a confrontation. Amongst the pack, there's time and place to be excited and have fun, but you can't live in this anxious, nervous place, otherwise the other balanced dogs won't want to be around you, and if they had it their way, they would physically correct you so that you would stop. So that's what I have to do. Shh. Okay? Stuff happening here that's not happening anywhere else. If you turn the camera off, people don't get to see it. So Riggins is allowed to be a little bit above the other dogs. He knows his role. And so he comes over here and he sits next to me, which the other dogs aren't allowed to do right now. And it caused a little bit of stress in my friend here. So he's processing this. Another dog can come up on the human and he's not allowed to. So that's his position at home. Here, we're changing it. So this exercise, it's an exercise. Right? I taught him how to go calm. See? But he's not gonna be able to stay there consistently. I have to be on top of him to interrupt the anxiety for the next few days until he's self-regulating, and it's really fewer and far in between to see the anxiety. But the thing is about the anxiety is like, it doesn't look necessarily like anxiety. Listen, it's hard for me to talk. Shh. Right? Nobody else is panting like that, look. Nobody. Because nobody else is stressed when they're asked to relax. But every single dog in this room was like that when they first came here, when we first met them. He was like that, she was like that, she was like that. They all are. This is normal. This is what I'm trying to say is this thing that he's going through, this process, it looks terrible. This is what fixes him. So that's why dogs aren't being fixed, because this isn't fun. But this teaches him to carry this state of mind, this calmness, all the time. And every now and then, there'll be activities where we can go outside of it and have fun and use these other parts of our drives. But not until we stay. And it's not all day long. It's here and there, specific places and events where he's allowed to go and use the higher arousal, right? Like playing ball, playing fetch, playing with other dogs, running around the field, going hiking. Fine. Living room? No. No. Okay? Shh. So we don't even want him. Hey, it's just disruptive. It's disruptive. He will, of course, for the next week, he's going to have a health. He's going to do this. Because this guy was him. He was him years ago. I don't have to just say he's my favorite guy right now. He's my right-hand man. We worked hard on creating a balanced dog who has good judgment, who actually has responsibilities around the house. He has responsibilities around the house now. He's 6 years old. He knows what he's allowed to do, and he knows that when somebody comes to the door, he's going to help us out with a little grumble. He knows his role. But he started off there. He started off with a slip lead and heavy structure around our house. Not getting up, not leaving the rooms. Now he has lots of freedom. But it took years to open up his world to that place, because he was such bad judgment, like him. Okay? He's trying right now, so I leave him be, because we're in the beginning process, right? Let me see. Let him interrupt. This is it. See, if you want medicine, this is the medicine. You can't just put him on a place and think that place is going to do it. And it might do it for you for some dogs, but dogs who are on that extra level of anxiety, like they really need some rehab work, you need to teach, the place means calm state of mind, calm and passive. And so it doesn't down. So that's what this exercise is teaching. It doesn't just mean stay on the bed, but your mind's still ready to go. That's not going to solve his problems. It's going to be a temporary fix to manage him real quick while you're doing whatever. If you use it the way we use it, you're giving him medicine every day. Shh. I'm going to start doing silent clicks on the e-collar without shushing and seeing if he can start self-regulating without me getting involved. Okay, so anyway, I don't want to make this too long. This is really common. We're just putting the spotlight on our guy here. I don't want to say his name because, you know, he's working on his mind and I don't want to confuse him. But this is very common, and we watch the transition. This is how it always starts, and then he'll get much more balanced out, and he's going to have a much more balanced lifestyle too, where he has a little bit more freedom because he's going to have that off-leash training, which he's going to start to see the proper place to put that energy. Hikes, right? Things like this. When we go out once a day and we go and do this activity, that's where you go get it out. So go run your little heart off, because we're not doing that in the living room anymore. We're not doing that anymore unless I've said, okay, do that, go into that space and have fun and get it out. Unless I've said that, I don't want you picking yourself up from here and going and grabbing a toy. No. And I bet you he does that at home. Of course, they all do. That's America. Just get up and just start playing in the living room, right? Start romping around. The problem with that is that he's a pit bull and a predator. And he's going to, even though he's having fun, it's going to be disruptive, it's going to be stressful, and it's just nonsense. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I can't turn it off, right? And now you're stuck with this friendly monster. And they're just out of control little fur balls with teeth. Just big muscles too, you know? What were we calling them earlier? Like a meatball, you know? We need control. I need to be able to make a noise, and everybody calms down, they go down to this place. That's where they go. The whole pack, when I make a noise. And then from there, I'll direct them. Okay, you lay over there, you lay over there. Right now, silence. And you know who's happy? The human. And if the human's happy, then the dog's happy, right? We need to make sure that we're happy. And I'll tell you right now, friendly or not, that dog's annoying. And I think you live with him, and whoever lives with him knows, yeah, he's annoying. He is, because he's pushy, and you can't control him. But he's not going to be annoying anymore. He's going to be a joy. Okay, because you were annoying too. Yes, you were. All right? Look, this is good for him. I'm so proud of him. He's only on day 2. He's working through it. We're getting on this right away so that he can make maximum. Who was that? Shh. Okay, good. It's Sparkle, that's okay, because she's still working, she's still new. I would be very disappointed if it was this girl, but it wasn't. Look how good she's doing. She's getting there. That's my lady. Not yet. I know. Not yet. Sparky's doing really good too. Such a common problem. He's not alone. This is not rare. That's the thing. It's not like I'm making this video like, guys, I just discovered something. I've never seen it before. It's every dog that comes in here struggles with this problem, but depending on the temperament, depending on the breed, they express it differently. You know, like these guys, pitties have their own way of doing it, and shepherds have their own way of doing it, and so do labs and all these breeds. But the core thing is they can't regulate their state. Look, they don't have state of mind training, right? That's the domestication thing, is to teach the dog learns when it's appropriate to go into those spaces. That was a nice response. Okay, you know what I mean? The pigs that we see generally, you know, I hate to put them all in the same category, but they're all suffering from the same problems. It's usually predatory aggression, and it's usually towards other dogs, and it's not towards humans. Generally, they're very friendly towards humans, like super loyal towards the humans, but they have problems with dogs. That's usually what we see with pigs.